So tell me about your school days.
Yeah, but my school days were fine.
How do you want to start the story then?
Yeah. Right. You say, was there any bullying at your school?
Was there any bullying at your school?
And I say yes. There was a particular story. It wasn't a story. It was real life.
I apologise for this. Right.
Hang on a minute.
Was there any bullying at your school?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
What? You were the bully-ee or the bullier, or how did it work?
No. It wasn't. I wasn't the bully, the bullyee or the bullier.
Right. Okay. So
But
what happened then?
But a friend of mine was telling me this story about someone in his class,
Right.
in his woodwork class.
His woodwork class. Okay.
Yeah. No, they were in the year below me, the year below mine.
Right.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Well, when the woodwork teacher would leave the room, there was this particular person called Carey, and
Isn't that a bit of a girl's name?
no, it's a boy's name. Well, this particular
Carey. I
person,
don't know many Carries called.
this particular person was a boy.
Right. Was that where it all went wrong? His parents gave him a girl's name.
Well, maybe.
Carey was his surname, by the way, but Carey.
Yeah, yeah, cute.
I'm not going to give away his first name.
No, Carey was his surname. Anyway, so the teacher would leave the room, and the woodwork benches had openings where you would put all the tools at the end of the night, the saws and stuff like that, and they were just big enough to fit a person in.
How would you know such a thing? How would you know that these benches it would work?
Because the door would open, they'd slide open, the door would slide open, and you could visually see how big they were.
Right.
Anyway, so they'd slide open the door, and they'd say to Carey, "Get in the bench, Carey."
Why would you do that? Why would you tell a kid to get in a bench?
For a bit of fun, I suppose. I mean, it wasn't me, it was just what I heard. And he would say no. So then they'd have to say, "Get in the bench, Carey."
What, so they'd say the same thing but a little bit louder?
With more assertiveness. They'd have to be assertive with him.
So they'd start by saying...
Nicely.
How would they say that?
"Get in the bench, Carey."
Well, as if politely saying to him, "Carey, would you get in the bench, please?" And he'd say no.
He'd say no, because he didn't want to. So then they'd have to be a bit more assertive with him.
Right.
He'd say, "Get in the bench, Carey."
And then what would happen?
Then he would be afraid and he would get in the bench.
It's a terrible story of school bullying. Right, okay, so then what would happen though? You'd get in the bench.
Once he was in the bench, everyone would gather around the bench and all lift it up.
What, I don't understand. So he walks through the door into the bench.
No, it's only a little bench. You'd have to crawl into the bench. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd all lift it up, and then they'd all drop it at the same time, and there would be two thuds. The first thud was the bench landing, and the second thud was Carey landing inside.
Oh, dude, this is terrible.
And that was that story.
This is terrible.
That was Get in the Bench, Carey.
Tell me, when you were at school, were you known as Carey? Okay, viewers, that was the get in the bench, Carey. So, any other sort of scenarios that the get in the bench phrase would work? You know, if you're with your girlfriend, you say get in the bed.
No, I don't.
Get in the bed.
I don't think you'd use it in that scenario. Would you?
No.
No. Otherwise, they won't get in there.
Viewers, I'm not sure we did that story justice,
No.
but that was the get in the bench.
Do it another time.
Yeah. Get in the bench, Carey. Poor kid, though.
Emphasis. Get in the bench. Get in the bench, Carey. Get in the bench, Carey. No. Get in the bench, Carey. Right, and then he's going to get in. He's not going to get in if you say, get in the bench.
Why would he?
Get in the bench, then he's going to get in.
Oh, dear. Good night, viewers.
Good night.
Get in the bench, Carey. Poor Carey. Do you think he's ever gotten over it?
Carey. Well, no, he probably hasn't.
He's probably still has nightmares about it. And you're sure you weren't one of the bulliers, no?
I wasn't Carey.
You didn't even know him, did you? Yeah. You had the same birthday as him, didn't you?
How much more information are we going to give away?
Well, we're not going to say his name. That is what my mum said. She said if anyone ever bullies you, just punch them on the nose. But this
But
kid
it was too late. You got there first.
This kid punched me on the nose. It brought tears to my eyes.
Obviously didn't break it because it's still.
No, I've got a broken nose, but that's
not from that.
That's from being mugged in Barcelona.
Oh, was it from that? Ah, right. Oh, I see.
You should have seen me before Barcelona, viewers. I had such a beautiful face.